this. Oops. Let's take... I'm going to work on her. Oops.
Back again? And so soon? Let's see if you do better this time around.
Ooh, nice. Let's ask for food.
What adventure will fate hold for you?
Ruffians are more gold. Oops. Switch my... Yeah, got the dual blades.
These trials offer you a chance to make your play more difficult in exchange for further rewards.
Oops. Yeah, let's take that.
Let us take the battle to the darkness itself. Make your choices and consider what must lie ahead.
Hey, Darren. Let's take that. And let's take that. And the prayers, I think, are a good one. I want the pistol. And, let's take ring.
With your choice made, the adventure begins. Let us see what mysteries are hidden here.
Alistair's Magical Antiquities does steady business in the heart of Iron Peak's merchant district. The sturdy door creaks open to reveal a showroom cluttered with all manner of oddities, from the wondrous to the bizarre. The clerk peers at you over the top of his reading bifocals and takes a moment to assess your attire. You're here for work, then? Very well. Come on, come in. I'm in need of a reliable relic hunter. An artifact from the time of tumult was unearthed recently, and there'd be good coin in it if you could prove it had retained any of its enchantments. Interested? Yeah, why not? You can prove the artifact is enchanted and retains some available power. I'll pay more for the information. And off we go. Zip still set up.
A weapon that supports strength and power with yet more strength and power.
A trader of uncertain origin entices you to exchange your equipment or your soul for the items randomly around in his trunk. I don't really have anything to give. I think I might give away the artifact if I do this, so no, it's not.
Tread carefully here, lest you fall prey to their poison.
As you make your way through the walled streets of Iron Peak, you are surrounded by a gang of armed thugs. Stop right there, adventurer. It is I, Myron Sharphands, this world's greatest treasure hunter. Their leader boasts. Magical artifacts are my business, and rumor has it you have the Warlock wraps. I thank you for doing the hard work. Now hand it over. Do I have them? I have them equipped, yeah. I'm going to say bite me. Very well, adventurer. Now you get to taste an artifact of my own. Sharphands drops an ornate brass urn on the ground. With a hiss, the urn begins to spew a noxious purple gas that mixes queasily with the city's smog. The gang moves in for the kill. Poisoners deploy a canister that slowly depletes your life, destroy it with an attack or a ranged ability.
If nothing else, I'll
Alright,
get a song out of it.
There we go.
By seeing
Time to die.
That's why I'm confusing myself. He's next to the chick with the gun. I'd say that's a pretty good place to be. Haha! Tragedy prevented by gun violence. With the gang defeated, you gather yourself and continue on your journey. I will give you 6 gold. I get to pick. Let's see. I don't remember what these do. Defense for every dice gambit. That sounds good. Yeah, let's take health every time we get gold. I still don't have enough fame. Probably want to eat a little food. Alright, better than nothing.
Often it merely takes a map to open the way to troubles.
After several hours of competitive drinking, An old cartographer has become your best friend. Come sail with me, he slurs. I know secrets. We just need a deckhand or 3. How many of you are there, anyway? When you sober up, you decide to investigate his tale of a mysterious island that rises from the depths of the sea every 7 years. We'll need a ship. Here's some gold. See what you can find. It seems you've been recruited by an aspiring captain with no crew. Let's see. You approach a group of seafarers unloading their ship. Their captain's face is creased and weathered from too many years spent staring into the ocean. So, let's give them the gold. You convince them to set sail immediately. After a long voyage, you spy land on the horizon.
Here we see yet another wheel, each different, yet each bearing their own similarities.
Really like that health gain. Oh, that was pain. Okay, never mind. I'm glad I didn't get that.
Move faster
Hey, Gara.
next time.
Let's switch to sword and shield. Apocalypse. He often comments that as brushes with deaths go, his was most convenient. He needed a new spellbook anyway. Mechaliclipse's protective barrier will now explode on impact. Nice.
I hope this works.
Always trust the drink. I mean, yeah, there were worse decisions. Who am I to say he didn't have a trigger map? The cartographer documents everything he can find. The sailors follow along, searching for any hint of gold. On the 3rd day, a wide-eyed deckhand points at the summit and shouts, "There's a glass castle up there, boys. I've seen it with my one good eye." Whipped into a frenzy, the sailors ascend the mountain. A wondrous castle of glass has been built into the side of the mountain. The sailors push past, seemingly unimpressed. If there were ever occupants, they are long gone now. The sailors strip the walls of finery and loot the silverware. "This trip is finally starting to pay off," says the quartermaster. "What gives you the right to take that which doesn't belong to you?" says the exasperated cartographer. "I suggest you help load the ship you want to sail back in it," says the captain, waving his sword. The cartographer grumbles all the way down as you help haul the takings. As you sail away from the island, it sinks once more beneath the waves, taking its mysteries with it. Back on the mainland, the quartermaster divvies up the loot. "Here's your lot," he says, throwing you and the cartographer a bag of glittering gems. So, because I paid the sailors, I got more treasure, and I got some fame. Nice. And thanks to that blessing, every time I get some of this gold, I get some health back. Ooh, I got a shield.
Practical for those who travel light, but hardly fair preparation for war.
Nice. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. This one. Let's see. It's probably going to be a thief encounter. A pair of shady characters emerge from the shadows to block your path. "The Empire is offering a pretty price for your head, adventurer," one of the men remarks while casually inspecting his blade. "Nothing personal," the other adds as they advance towards you.
I may be old, but there's still enough life left in me to kick you you end to end.
By sea and sound, space and fade!
Needs to be stabbed. There we go. Stabby. Nice. Ah, the wizard gun. Give me your shit. The dealer does look like that, and he actually wears a like a dark blue or like a purpley kind of robe in the first game, which is even more appropriate. You can't avoid your fate forever, one man gasps as he falls. Spend a little time searching the fallen before leaving discreetly. Ooh, equipment. Let's see. I can have a nice shirt or a nicer shield. I have a shield. I will take the armor. And health. Awesome. This is going good. In the depths of the forest, you find a young woman crying, her child tugging at her skirt. She tells you her eldest has disappeared after ignoring her warnings about the fairy ring. You notice a circle of toadstools in the meadow nearby. You offer to help her find the child. As you step into the middle of the ring, everything fades. Your vision returns, but the forest is no longer the same. The trees are purple, the sky shines yellow, with a bright blue sun. Traveling through the strange forest, you encounter a brownie with a head too big for his body. "I'm so hungry. Will you spare me some food?" he says. I do not have even the most minimum amount of food to give him, which is a shame. What, is 4 food not enough for you? "But I'm hungry," he says, and begins to well up. As he bursts into tears, he grows as tall as a house. He tries to devour you, but you dodge his attack. He chases you through the forest. The path ends suddenly, and you run off the edge of the cliff into the rapids. Ah. Took my food anyway. You swim to shore and realize that the forest has returned to its usual green color, and the sky to its usual blue. Having lost your bearings, you forget about the woman and her lost child. All because I didn't have one more sandwich. That poor child is gonna die.
Damage will persist unless you can find a meal to relieve yourself.
Following McCullochlips' cryptic directions, many of which involve borrowing farm animals, you arrive at the edge of a vast and lonely lake. There, you uncover a cave entrance blocked by a stone door. This one also needs food that I don't have. The bespectacled ogre manning the door to the underneath doesn't look up from his book as you approach. 15 food items per entry, he grunts. Well, fuck you, everybody who wants my food. Can I buy food? Alright, I'll take the 3 food. And the 1 food. And hey look, I'm back at 4. Jesus.
Now, what does the hunt hold for you?
Hunting a lot of thieves, I might as well take the bounty. Alright, break camp. Let's
Can you put an end to these
brimstone.
murders?
Brownies are, yeah, classic bit of Fey mythology. Watching Katura work is as inspiring as Varda Flophouse, leaning to arrive at your apparent destination, a bakery in Iron Peaks' deserted marketplaces. Markets. Asulius will target this place, unless I am mistaken. The smoking towers of Iron Peak loom high overhead. The scent of lavender hangs in the air. A few lonely iced buns glisten in the shop's window. Katura pushes the door ajar with the muzzle of her blunderbuss. 8 thieves. And that's like half of what I need for my bounty. A band of cutthroats are waiting inside. I'm still on my dual blades, right? Yeah. The baker lies unconscious at their feet. Behind them, a strange brass contraption gun and a drunken mage on my side. So I think the odds are pretty even.
You won't be reported.
Stabby, stabby, stabby. There we go. Oh, that was enough to complete my bounty. Nice. It's 12 gold, and my blessing gives me some health. Keturah rouses the baker with a slap. Through tears, he explains that Asulius was here but a moment ago, setting up his poison gas contraption. I overheard him tell his thugs that he was heading to the Hound next. You must stop him. So I got up bounty, and we have a new card. Oh. Alright. He insists on pressing some warm loaves into your hands before you go. I mean, I'm not seeing anything on my end, Kara. Oh, I am getting a message on YouTube about how how my network is being not providing smooth streaming. Hopefully that fixes itself. Keturah is already out the door. So, I guess we'll go over there.
I have never seen the appeal in the hunt. It is the goal, not the journey, that motivates me.
Keturah is heading to the Hound in pursuit of Asilius, the Prince of Poisons. But I have her. Does it not count because I'm in Endless? That's dumb. Alright, whatever. I didn't watch Jake Long growing up, but I watched some of it more recently because a friend of mine was a big fan of it, and I really liked it. Although I preferred Juniper Lee. I still prefer Juniper Lee. The wilds are sometimes treacherous and harmful. While traversing a dangerous cliff face, you slip and lose your footing. Though relatively unharmed, the same cannot be said for the pack of travelers' rations that broke. God damn it! Why is everything out to get my food? This freaking map is obsessed with taking food from me. And I lost fame? Oh, because of time. While hiking along a mountain path, you pass an old farmer weighted down with a heavy sack. You slow your pace to walk with him for a while. In ancient times, my people had a great empire, he offers as he continues slowly up the path. It stretched all the way to the Misty Sea. In those days, our clerics would sacrifice precious jewels and finely forged weapons to appease the gods. Much has changed since then, as you can see. He gestures to a tiny collection of rundown shacks in the village below. Few of us keep to the old traditions, and we have precious little to give, but every year we give what we can. He asks me for food, I'm going to scream. Perhaps one day our fortunes will change. Or not. But what else can we do? His laughter gives way to a coughing fit. He points to the top of the mountain and says, perhaps up there your fate may change also. Hours later, you stand at the top of the mountain and discover a vast crater that falls away into shadow. You approach the edge of the pit and gaze into the unending darkness below. A stone outcropping extends out over the center of the abyss. I am not going to discard, because I don't have anything I can afford to discard, so fuck off. You probably like Dante Bosco, but Jake Long is a good show. I just like Jake Long. I just like Juniper Lee better. Although Juniper Lee has Lara J. Miller, who I like quite a lot in everything she does. She liked one of my tweets recently. You make your way down the mountainside, away from the ominous chasm. Okay, that was very uneventful. I mean, I don't have any real choice other than to advance. The town of Huntsweasel is quiet as you walk among the houses. Frightened faces vanish from windows as you glance in their direction. In the center of the village, you discover the fate of a local Imperial garrison. As you move to free them from their bonds, a pack of deadly cutthroats surrounds you. They both do have talking pugs. And magic Asian kids. Yeah, they were both tough points of comparison when they both came out. Very similar shows. Another Imperial lackey here to do their dirty work? The Falconer inquires. The Emperor couldn't even be bothered to send any more of his own soldiers. Times must be tough. Get 'em, lads. When a handful of coins can buy a knife in the dark, good folks suffer.
Don't let them hit me!
I can't remember which came out first.
Out of my way.
I know they were both airing at the same time. That seemed needlessly theatrical. The fucking ninja jumping out of the way of the ball. Ah. I'm too busy bantering to counter him. You're at 0 health. Okay, now you're at really 0 health. Take that shield. Oh, Jake was first, okay. I became aware of both shows after they were already airing. So yeah, I didn't know which came first. With the ruffians dealt with, the people of Huntsweasel emerge from their homes to thank you. The townsfolk offer you what little gold they managed to hide from the thieving band. Neat. With your main quest completed, you turn your attention to other tasks. Thieves are now stronger in combat. Macallaclips is finally aroused into a decent state while traipsing through a lavender field. Mercenaries, he groans, swatting a bundle of the purple flowers from his face. A big horse. After listening intently to his croaky mutterings, you both head back to save the village of Argos with his brilliant plan. The plan is pulled off to perfection, just as Macallaclips had described. The large horse was a particular stroke of genius.
Show your worth through action.
Oh, now I can finally equip these. Excellent. And I can finally wear my new shirt. Because I'm famous.
Your first adventure is complete. From here, things will become more difficult.
Let's see. Let's try the Caravan Guard. For failure, your outcomes are success or failure, with failure being death. Oh, is there something new? I'd only heard about the, actually out into the light. The shrouded beast looks even more pale and gaunt than usual. One does not reach my age without making a few enemies, and I have more than a few. I fear that one of them has poisoned me, newt venom if I had to guess, and now I fear the shadow calls me to return forever. I am not long for this world. Oh, is he gonna want my blood again? As if to illustrate his point, Velis breaks into a coughing fit. He wipes his mouth with a delicate handkerchief, staining it black. Blood, servant. I require blood, and lots of it. He leans against the alley wall. I will travel with you for a time. Violence follows in your wake, and I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to slake my thirst. And if not, well, I'll take my fill from your own veins while you rest. Now let's be off, the night is young. You feel compelled to move on.
As you descend, your decisions here will become your lifeblood.
Let's see. Let's take the priest. And, take Field Fay. And let's take Waterfall of Youth, because I could use some food. And, Joust? Yeah, why not? And... yeah, let's get the Harvest Blade. I haven't tried that one yet. I'd like a new sword. And the... yeah, let's get the Tiger's Eye. Live action Pinocchio. God
Stretch deeper. You know you have it within you.
That was the one I didn't want to be live action. Oh yeah, my friend showed me about the 90s X-Men, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that.
It is not too late to plan better.
Fuck you. The Imperial Jousting Tournament attracts a huge crowd. Your next opponent is Estrella Fior. She shakes your hands and says with a wink, "May you break a leg, friend." Her stallion goes into a trot, winning praise as she parades in front of the crowd. You ready your steed for the first of 3 rounds. Mounted steady on your horse, you sally forth. Oh, I didn't know there was a Hocus Pocus sequel. Neat. Oh, that thing's tiny.
Patience. Do not move too quickly.
Damn it!
For haste
So close.
breeds only failure.
She got 2 points off me. I should have just gone for silver. Why did I go for gold? Oh, Jesus. It's a lot of pain. Shoot for silver this time. Damn it! Why did I go for gold again?
What an unfortunate time for your skills to leave you.
Oosh. I am literally going to die. Alright, hang on. Damn it! That was all on me. That was all on me. And I may actually die from this. Yep. I extra
You
died.
should focus more on defense than offense.
God damn it.
The opportunity to strike back will always present itself.
Okay, let's go again.
Small
Okay, I guess the
eternity.
stream reset
Prepare
at some
yourself.
point, because my timer has reset. But looks like I'm about half hour into this, so yeah, I got more time. Disenchanted? What is Disenchanted? Ooh. Food, please. Thank you. Over the capital, yada yada.
Now the challenge
Flavor
begins.
text.
Prepare yourself.
Let's take Lost to Grief. My father, in his grief, has joined a cult. They've promised they can reunite him with our mother, but she is gone and cannot return. You agree to seek out the cult and rescue the girl's father. She marks the location of their enclave on your map. Let's see. What does this one do? I need to have a... The other tavern patrons, having taken an interest in your heat exchange, cheer your decision. They'll be dead by noon tomorrow, one man says. I'll take the wager, you hear a woman reply. When Macalaclips fell repeatedly dunking his head into the water. It's okay, Kyra. I'm pretty sure it's me, not you. Because my thing my timer reset a little while ago, so I guess my internet's just being flaky today. The bard said he'd save us from Lady Lily's mercenaries, but then he drank himself into a stupor before he could tell us his brilliant plan. The girl lifts Macalaclips' head from the barrel and slaps him. When our mam is in her cups, Aunt Gillip makes her walk to the around a bit. Maybe he'll come good. You drag McCall out of the city gates. Tally-ho, old bean, he mumbles. Some fresh air will definitely do him some good. That one. And, sure. No, Ella Enchanted... Wait. Yeah, Ella Enchanted is the Cinderella one. So yeah, there's Ella Enchanted, which is the Cinderella one. There's Enchanted, the one about the Disney princess-esque character who gets transported to the real world. And then, is Disenchanted the Matt Groening cartoon? Or am I thinking of something else? Take pistol, and, yeah, let's get the thing to help me with precision things. And, let's take Pious Robes, and the thing that makes the wheel better. Alright.
Hopefully you have learned better than your last fateful run.
Nope. While hunting for snow chestnuts in the bluffs of the north, you hear a groan from behind you. Ah. Fun.
I'll have you know my friend here is still far
Bullets,
better than you.
please. There you go. That was easy. Oh, okay. Okay, so there is an Enchanted sequel. Okay. That's why, when you said Disenchanted, I didn't have any context for it, and the only Disenchanted I know of is the cartoon. So, okay, this makes sense. Sweet. Sweet. I have gold and food. A midwife... There we go. It froze for a second, and my timer has reset once more. So I'm guessing that means that there's going to be some buffering. Yep, I can see some buffering. I don't know why it's... I don't know what's causing this today.
And here is your reward, at least in potential.
Alistair's Magical Antiques does steady business in the heart of Iron Peak's merchant district. The sturdy door creaks open to reveal a showroom cluttered with all manner of oddities, from the wondrous to the bizarre. The clerk peers at you over the top of his reading bifocals and takes a moment to assess your attire. You're here for work, then? Very well. Come in. Come in. Okay. Good to know you're still there. I just said it's cool, Kara. I don't mind you correcting me. And yeah, you're right. Disenchanted is the cartoon. Disenchantment. Disenchanted is the cartoon. Disenchantment is the Enchanted sequel? I've already forgotten. I think that's it, though. Let's see. Alright, what was the... blah, 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 blah. Use the item, leave at least one charge for a greater reward. Yeah, we'll do that. Even though I can't use artifacts on this quest, I don't even have the fame to use it, so it works out. I should be done by the time I have the fame. That's my thinking. And let's pick up a bounty while I'm doing this.
Be careful. Take
I'll
only
take
what
corrupted.
you can.
And on we go. The wilds are sometimes treacherous and harmful. You pluck some juicy wild berries from a thorn-covered thicket. The realization they are poisonous arrives far too late. You don't, Karo. You're actually correcting me, and that's fine. I like to be correct. Oh, what? I ate some berries and I permanently lost 10 health? That's bullshit.
It is your choice. You can use the weapons you have, or you can attempt to be worthy of this one.
You find your way past the cellar door of an abandoned farmhouse and to the caravan hideaway of the last silt It bears sharp teeth and rasps. What goes? You allow the rat to sniff you and Keturah. The old silt ear looks like she's about to fall asleep. How have you lived so long? Witch cursed rat with eternal life, no death. Rat thought, what stupid curse? Then empire arose and silt ear fell. Everyone dead now. The rat let out a sad hiss. None left, only a rat left. Okay. We'll just move on then. That's very interesting again.
Once more, the deck works against you.
Blades. As you make your way back through the walled streets of Iron Peak, you're surrounded by a gang of armed thugs. Oh, this is the exact same thing with sharp hands.
Back to the bones.
Okay.
I hope you have learned to be their master.
Come on. Numbers. Hey.
Well done. You continue to impress.
They don't have nothing, boss, says a thug, pushing you to the ground. We'd best get out of here. And with that, the gang disappears into the smoggy streets of Iron Peak. You pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and continue on your journey. That was way easier. You set up camp one night beside an old, forgotten battlefield. It is a haunted place. Local legends say the field is strewn with the bones of 100 witches. Your supper is interrupted by the arrival of a strange horned creature. Greetings, mortal. My time here is limited, but I wish to offer you my aid. The creature gives you a brief but entirely accurate summary of your adventures so far. I like you, human, it says, peering at you intently with unblinking eyes. I want you to succeed and fulfill your destiny. Let's bargain. So I can lose some health for food. I can get a map of the area and lose my equipment. I can get 2 pieces of equipment, but I can also get cursed. Kind of really need the food, so I'll just lose some health. Hopefully it's not permanent health. I hope I've helped your quest in some small way. Now for your side of the bargain. Ah, it's permanent. That shucks. Oh well. Satisfied with this payment, Kubarak says, farewell, hero. Perhaps one day our paths will cross again. You blink and the creature is gone. Well, on the plus side, I'm not hungry anymore, although my life expectancy has gone way down. This is the same thing as before, with the iced buns and the baker and the Woozits. So let's just murder all the thieves again. All the thieves.
You won't leave a
Shield, leave my shield. Gotta get finish him before the camera would go off. I couldn't even activate that last time, so I don't know why it shows up here. Oh right, he gave me food. Yay. Find the forge at the gates of the town of Terran. A column of smoke bellows from the stack and you hear the familiar clang of metal. Anders greets you as you approach. I must admit, it's normally only horseshoes and farming equipment I'm in these days, so it may take a while. I assure you, it will be well worth your time. Yeah, I'll pay 10 gold and upgrade my shield. He begins to examining the item thoroughly. That's not right. Inspecting every joint and seam. Yes, I can certainly improve this, but it'll take a few days. Alright. I'm heading to Breeden. You can either travel with me for a small fee, or you can meet me there in your own time. Fuck you, I'll walk. We will not be going that way yet. Just gonna... Oops. Hang on. Aha.
The process of heat and the application of
Ah,
force
there you are, the
either
smithy
break
says,
us
wiping his brow.
or shape
I wondered
us
when I'd
into
be seeing
stronger
you.
vessels.
Here for your equipment, then. He places your shield on the counter with a smile. You should be happy with this. The smith's workmanship is exemplary. The shield feels stronger than it once was, yet its weight remains unchanged. So the shield gets 10 more defense. Neat. You thank the blacksmith once again and continue on your journey. Can't say words. Oh, we have the food for 15 food. Take it. Fuck off. A narrow tunnel takes you deep below the earth, opening into a vast limestone cavern. Twinkling on the edge of an underground lake lies a small shanty town, red lanterns lining the quiet streets. A few mages eye you suspiciously as they pass by. I guess we can check the stores. Let's go to Curses and Blessings. You follow the signs through the lonely streets until they lead you to a sizable hill of colorful rags, where you believe a market once stood. An elderly woman climbs from the pile. Blessings? Curses? You don't need either of them. I'll trade you all of them for this shiny rock. No thank you. Well, I'll be here. The shopkeeper slinks back into the pile of rags from whence she came. That I could buy a blessing. Let's try Lelot's Oddments. With a jangle, you enter the dusty store. You stones. Lelot lights up at the suggestion. He waves his wrinkled hand at his wares. You see baskets of giant boulders, smooth pebbles, and tucked away in the corner, a basket of rings. The shopkeep looks around fondly at the stones. What would who plays the game of life and death with you? And it's like a magical game that affects you in kind of nebulous ways. This game, Hand of Fate 2, actually does have a single player with a narrative. But this is the basic gameplay where we're just playing an endless game where we just play the card game itself and there's no more story to it. And it's buffering again. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my internet today. Let's dance. It is a slow, circling dance, the creature humming an old harvest song all the while. After some indeterminate amount of time, the dance ends. Ah, the creature sighs. That took me back to my youth. Okay, I guess we're done with him. What did that ring do? Oh, okay, lets me view the cards in the wheel. Neat. Would have preferred to have the shield. Let's check out the ogres. The ogres are arguing jovially about winnings. They seem to be caught up in some kind of dice gambling game. Oh yeah, no, that's great. Evan and I were really enamored with the first one, and I played the crap out of the second one and kind of put it down for a long time, but I picked it up recently and I've been having fun with it. But yeah, no, it's a great game. I would highly recommend it. Sadly, the developer went under, so this is probably the last of the games we'll ever see. But it's fun and it's cheap. I'd recommend it. Let's buy the ogres some mead, which has made the dice game easier to win. Nice. The largest ogre throws you the dice and pulls out a shimmering scroll containing the blessings you're playing for. Ooh. Long shot. Note that this game isn't very fair. The ogre bristles. One grips his club menacingly. As he rises to the height of two men, you are quickly reminded that you are dealing with ogres here. Fine, I'll play the fucking game with you. I don't have blessings. Great. So, this is a waste of time. I wouldn't worry about it, Kara. Most people who play D&D are cool with,
Here is a chance to
you know,
improve
people
your
learning the
standing,
game, because
yet
it is a slow-paced
It
game.
will require you to take on additional hardship. Your choice to make. Think carefully.
You take refuge in a cave to avoid a sudden downpour. You begin to explore your surroundings to pass the time. What appears to be a small alcove turns out to be a tunnel burrowing deep into the mountains. After hours of winding paths and random junctions, you find yourself in a wide cavern, lit by thin streams of sunlight penetrating from somewhere above. A creature stands motionless in the gloom, peering at you with interest. "Are you mortal?" it asks in a voice that seems more in your mind than not. It moves closer, but makes no threatening gesture. The essence of death hangs in your every breath, yet your soul still lingers in its shell. It points a crooked finger at your chest. "Would you like me to set it free?" Chains hang from the creature's limbs. Each movement creates a tiny jangling noise. Suspended from each one is a dark glass container. "Ah, you notice the tools of my trade. I gather the sorrows of your kind. I tend to them until the gods see fit to release them once more. Would you like to see one?" I would really rather not have a curse, I don't think. Yeah, these are all like things. Cursor hits. Huh. You know what? I could probably stand to handle this one. And that's all I will take. Hey, what's this? Combats move faster and inflict more damage. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Let's not do that. The creature says, "Your shoulder yet shines brightly. My charges will be safe there." Alright, and I don't have enough money because I spent it all on dumb shit, so I'll just pass on going to the store. His friends banned him from playing because he put a sleep spell on his party and stole the gold they found. That's the game. You shouldn't ban someone for that. They just outfoxed him. He outfoxed his buddies. A woman in bright robes greets you at the stairs of a crumbling keep deep in the Eldwin forest. "Greetings, Seeker. It is fortuitous that you have arrived at this moment. Peace and prosperity await within." She leads you to the rooftop. A group of white-robed cultists preside over a gathering of initiates. A gray-haired man gazes deep into your eyes. "Another lost sheep, here to join our flock." Oh wait, I should have the axe equipped for this. He gasps. "No, you work for him. Our beginning and our end. You cannot take his gift from us. We will be the ones with the fold." Those are all words. The man places something small and shiny on the tip of his tongue and swallows. He shudders, and pustules of corruption burst from his skin as his body begins to buckle and warp. You hear a groan behind you and realize the other acolytes are undergoing a similar transformation. I mean, D&D is a ton of fun. It depends on your group. Because the game is very freeform, but, you know, some people like to roleplay, some people like to game the game, you know, some people like the combat and stuff. It's, you know, you gotta find your own way to play the game. The terror of Brackenwick. Whatever life this poor creature had before the infection is now forgotten. Alright. Shield please, gun please. All of you please die. Stop attacking my friend. Hang on. Aha. Okay. Hang on. And oops. There you go. Executed him in the butt. in the butt. You lead the initiates back to the Imperial Road and point them in the direction of the capital. One man turns back to speak with you. My daughter sent you, didn't she? They promised us such things. Combat damage your equipment. Aw. Well, that sucks. They say that the events of our lives were forever being played and replayed, and if we had faith, even our greatest mistakes can be undone. A convincing lie, I see that now. He smiles and starts along the cobbled path. Life and death are no game, and I must return to my family. You see, it's funny, because the game we're playing is literally called the Game of Life and Death. Aha! 10 fame. With the main quest completed. Yeah, so we go. You return to the tavern where fates and wagers were determined weeks ago and find the same pair of adventurers still spouting tales of their prowess. On seeing you, the large warrior gives a hearty laugh. Still alive, my young friend. You're a good sport. Let me get you a tankard, and you may regale us with more outrageous claims of your abilities. The pair hand over your winnings for going through with the bet. Not bad, mercenary, the thin adventurer says, but I'll bet you're not brave enough to accept another wager. Your companion sighs heavily. Macaulay Clips is finally aroused into a decent state while traipsing through a lavender field. Mercenaries, he groans, swatting a bundle of purple flowers from his face. A big horse. After listening intently to his croaky mutterings, you both head back to save the town of Fullhaven with its brilliant plan. The plan is pulled off to perfection, just as Macaulay Clips had described. The large horse was a particular stroke of genius. And we get 45 gold. The people of the town of Fullhaven reward you with applause and a few small items of value. And we get to do more shit. Let's not. Yeah, we can do shadows. Why not? Yeah, why not? Well,
Time has passed, and now creatures of shadow begin their return to the Empire.
It's definitely a fun game, Kara. But I mean, you can see that from me playing and losing, and screaming. On a moonless night, your sleep is interrupted by a startled yelp from Keturah. As you draw your weapon, you catch a glimpse of your companion being dragged off into the forest. No, she has my gun. In the darkness, you quickly lose track of your prey. Stopping to catch your breath, you strain to hear anything useful, some clue to guide your way through the darkness. Too late, warrior, a voice whispers from the darkness. Tenebris, curse of Suzdal, has chosen your friend to join him for a feast on the next full moon, and what a feast it will be. With that, the voice and your companion are gone. You stand alone in the dark forest. Well, now I'm lonely. I do not want to deliver weapons. I have 6 curses. I will not do that. Yeah, alright, let's deliver the shit. Wait, what's that about curse? Oh, I get a curse if I fail. Alright. And, yeah, let's leave it at that. A rowdy group of young noblemen approach you as you leave a disreputable tavern. Mercenary, one of them calls. We have need of weapons, none of that standard issue army rubbish. Oh, I just have to give them 2 weapons. Okay. Something that can light a man on fire, another youth adds, or that can make a corpse explode. Third cuts in. You know the sort. Can you supply them for us? We need them by the first night of the Carnival of Slaughter so we can enter the arena battles. We will spill blood like the mighty Colossus, and none will stand before us. They begin a lively chant involving bloodshed and glory. Fucking combat nerds. You agree to the task, and they continue on their way into the tavern. Let's see. We're not going to do Joust, because I suck at that one. We'll take Purgatory. And we'll take the Pit. And we'll take Caravan Robbery. And I need stuff with equipment in it. On treasure? Why not? And we need weapons.
Do you understand your choices now? how each piece sets the stage for your success and failure.
Mostly my failures.
They appear without warning, ducking forth from the shadows.
You are suddenly confronted by a band of hooded figures. It is a great honor for your friend to be chosen by the Master. There must be no interruptions to the feast. Oh, I have my thing equipped. Good. 'Cause I have to use that. Hang on. Oops. There we go. It's all good. It's all good. Trying to kill the shadow first. Stop getting out of my way. Alright, so much easier now. Nice. You search the remains for any clue to Katura's location. Aw, my equipment got damaged again. I need new weapons. Excuse me. You find a scroll of parchment. It appears to be an order for a dozen barrels of wine to be delivered to an address in the most opulent sector of the capital. And I got a thing. Sweet. And I got gold, which is what I really wanted. Yeah. We'll leave the potion equipped, and we will buy some of food with my copious amounts of gold. Oops. Oh, I can just buy. Yeah, let's buy these. Okay. Trading, great camp.
I have walked beyond these gates.
Your
I
journey
do not
leads you directly
recommend
through
it.
Purgatory. By the edge of a cave entrance, you meet an old man bundled in rags. He stares at you with milk-white eyes and warns of impending peril. It will not leave you unchanged, as the favor and ire of the gods pursue all who journey here. Let's see. Next combat. Let's go to the exact target value, dice frame. Lose gold whenever you receive life. Scout a random event for every failed trial. Oof, some of these are bad. Nope, that way lies only madness. And men sound from similar cages around you. You have little time to orient yourself before you are bustled out and forced to choose an opponent to battle. I like Blight. We can do Blight. Let's equip the axe. I think I'm buffering again, as my timer has reset once more. Oh, I got some gold from that. Nice. The crowd amuses itself by gambling on your fate. I'll bet my last 10 gold that he dies before the 3rd round, someone calls. My power supply just tripped. I wonder if there was a brownout. The heck is that? Oh, that's my power supply. How is it beeping like that? This is the worst possible time for this to be happening. Son of a bitch. I may just have to end the stream after this fight because I can't stop my thing from screaming at me right now. Change my equipment. And my backup power supply is trying to warn me that it's not fully functional right now, which I think might just be an error. It's pretty new, but I don't think I can shut it off without shutting off my computer. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the stream short. Although not too short. Squat goblin, ancient goblin approaches you. His thick, rough skin is covered in 100 scars, and the skull of an unusually large lizard rests in his head. He glares up at you intently with his remaining good eye. I am Grobbin, the creature speaks with a deep voice, like a boulder being dragged over stone. I run the pit. You seem to know how to handle yourself in combat. Survive this round, you may go free. Fight well, and you will be rewarded. Let's fight without using my artifact. Fight without using my weapon ability. Taunt my opponents. Taunt my opponents again. And, yeah, that's probably enough. Yeah, that noise is driving me insane, so I'm definitely gonna have to stop and figure out what the hell is going on here. Oh, right, I don't have my weapon ability. So, this is gonna take a little longer than I was planning. Also, this guy keeps shooting me. Well, that was short-lived. Felt more confident than that.
Take the battle to them next time. That will do for a beginning.
Alright. So, yeah, we're gonna call it for now, because I gotta figure out what's going on with all my stuff. But this is Hand of Fate 2. It's a fun game, and I enjoyed streaming it, so maybe I'll do more of this in the future. But if you ever see this on sale, I'd highly recommend taking a shot at it. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll